Okay, welcome everybody to the Senate Rules Committee. We're meeting today for the purpose of taking up some prospective rule changes. If anyone has any questions or would like to discuss any parts of the rule changes that are going to be offered, please utilize the raise hand feature under the participants tab. And I would also remind you that just because we're virtual, we're going to be continuing the same process that we normally do when we meet for rules. So any rule changes that we're voting on, we're just going to take a verbal vote on it. So with that, let's start with Rule 118. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. Off we go. Rule 118 should have been provided, and hopefully you have been briefed generally on the idea of it. I'm going to quickly go through each of the components, and then we'll certainly stop if there are any questions at the end. The first one, Part A, so I'll go by letter, by paragraph. So paragraph A is the conditions for the use of this emergency rule. So essentially says will only be in place if the Senate passes a simple resolution, and it ends at sine die or the passage of a subsequent resolution that ends the emergency. Paragraph B is the allows for flexibility in the time, especially in the cases of isolation or quarantine. Right now, there's a 3-day limit on how long that the president may be away before the powers are changed. 5-day limit. I think it's a 5-day limit. But this gives flexibility in the case of an isolation or quarantine. Paragraph C is providing flexibility for excused absences. This is related to, in the case of a member or somebody having an issue related to the pandemic that prevents them from being here, that there's a bit more flexibility for excused absences. Paragraph D is the time on floor standard. We are going to try and keep everything to 2 hours. And this is one of the health precautions that was recommended. Paragraph E is the pro forma session that allows for the introduction of bills, administrative session to be done without a traditional full quorum. Paragraph F, it talks about floor precautions, the requirement to wear a mask, and any other issues that could jeopardize the health or safety of members. This includes issues like testing and the requirements that we've all discussed. Paragraph G is related to the committee rooms and allowing for flexibility to vote and participate from the committee rooms for floor debate and voting. Paragraph H covers the presence of who can be on the floor, outlines a more restricted environment as to who can be on the Senate floor at any given time, who has permission. And this again is related to who is being tested regularly. Part I is an important one that says that the streaming, which I have every confidence in, should work. In the case that it doesn't, it's essential that we have full transparency. And so paragraph I sets forth that if there is a problem, we will stop proceedings and try to find a suitable replacement. It will only be deemed suitable if the Senate votes to approve that replacement as a suitable alternative. Paragraph J is about the press. They are not on the floor, but they will be permitted in the gallery. I believe there are 16 places, 10 on the member side and 6 on the side of the dais. Paragraph K has to do with the filing of bills and allowing for some flexibility because we are not on the floor every day, but counting the days to allow for the introduction of bills and keeping the time limits in place for session. Paragraph L deals with the decorum in committees and the management of committees applies the rules of what are traditionally thought of committee operations will be applied in a virtual environment. And then paragraphs M, N, and O all relate to allowing for more flexibility for electronic distribution of materials. Again, this is a health precaution related to not passing around materials and the health threat. With that, Mr. Chairman, would move for the approval of the Rules Committee of this Rule 118.
Thank you, Mr. President. Are there any questions for the Senate President?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Okay. Senator Simon.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the president for sharing the rules up front with the minority party and working with us on it. I think he did a great job and just wanted to publicly acknowledge that.
Thank you. And thank you for your advice and counsel on it as well.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Any further discussion or comments? If not, let's take the roll. The staff can read the roll.
Senator Zucker,
Yes.
Senator Edwards,
Yes.
Senator Gazzoni,
Yes.
Senator Kelly,
She's muted.
Senator Kelly,
Okay, yes.
Senator King,
Skip.
Senator Klossmeyer,
Skip.
Senator Pinsky,
Skip.
Senator Simonaire,
Yes.
Senator Smith,
Yes.
Senator Huff,
Yes.
and Senator Ferguson.
Yes.
Thank you very much. That Rule 118 has been reported favorable out of the Rules Committee. Mr. President, I believe we have a next rule that you'll be presenting, 26A.
Yes, Senator, this is the Rule 26A is the rule that we put the committee together for during the interim to discuss bill limits. And it was a bipartisan group that sort of considered a number of different options. And this creates the 25 bills, 30 requests, and then the five bill expansion if those are pre-filed. These limits do not apply to delegation bills, departmental bills, by request bills, or bills that come from a commission or some by request of some work group.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions for the Senate President?
I do. I have,
Senator Klossmeyer,
and,
you're unmuted, Senator. We can-
okay, no, so with the bill limits, I was kind of, since I just got on, but with the bill limits, if I put in, since I'm the delegation chair at this point for Baltimore County, that doesn't count on my bill limits,
That's
correct?
correct. That's correct.
And the unemployment and the workers' comp, right?
That's correct.
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to double check. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions for the Senate President? Seeing none, if the committee staff could take the roll.
Senator Zucker,
Well, first, I apologize. There's a motion. Is there a motion?
Move the adoption of 26A.
Is there a second?
Second.
There's a moved and seconded. No further discussion. You can take the roll. Thank you.
Senator Zucker,
Yes.
Senator Edwards,
Yes.
Senator Gazzoni,
Yes.
Senator Kelly,
Somebody keeps muting itself. Yes.
Senator King,
Yes.
Senator Klossmeyer,
Yes.
Senator Simonaire,
Yes.
Senator Smith,
Yes.
Senator Huff,
Yes.
Senator Ferguson.
Yes.
Thank you very much. The Rules Committee will now report 26A favorable out of rules. Mr. President?
May I just a brief note about another component related to 118 that I forgot to bring up before 26?
Of course. Of course.
Just want to give a quick note that hopefully members will see on the floor today. Just want to give an explanation of the simple Senate resolution that outlines the status of COVID-19, the health emergency that we're under. And so that will be on the floor today. It doesn't officially go to the Rules Committee, but I just wanted to make sure to give notice to everyone about that simple resolution that we'll have today. And that would activate 118, assuming its adoption on the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We'll now move to, I believe it's Rule 2. Senator Simonaire, will you be presenting this?
I can if you want.
Sure.
Yes, this is just a simple rule to add parity with the majority and minority party. It adds that the minority leader can appoint a deputy minority leader, and that is the rule change.
Are there any questions regarding the rule change? Seeing none, is there a motion?
Favorable.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, we'll take the roll.
Senator Zucker,
Yes?
Senator Edwards,
Yes.
Senator Gazzoni,
Yes.
Senator Kelly,
Yes.
Senator King,
Yes.
Senator Klossmeyer,
Yes.
Senator Simoner,
Yes.
Senator Smith,
Yes.
Senator Huff,
Yes.
Senator Ferguson.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. We're going to be reporting 118, 26A, and Rule 2 favorable to the Senate floor. If there's no further discussion, that concludes today's Rules Committee. Thank you, everybody, and God bless and good luck this session. Mr. President, do you have any final words?
Just final word would to say Senator Benson, who is the chair of our Rules Committee. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman, for filling in today. She had the unfortunate passing of her sister. And so she is preparing for the funeral, which will be on Friday. So she won't be with us this week. She'll be back with us on Monday. Just wanted to make sure to pass that along. She sends her best and wishes she could be here, but understandably isn't.
Well, that's one thing we're all in support of, and we don't need to do a roll call for that. We're all with Senator Benson and thinking of her. With that, that concludes today's Rules Committee, and we look forward to seeing everybody at 12.